was moving over the water. Spirit, come move over us. Come rest on us. Come rest on us as the Spirit was moving.
My name is Neal Stewart. I'm 46 years old. I'm from Glen Allen, a couple miles over the road. I was a 30-year drug addict. My story is I went to Huddle School. When I was young, I'd come home from school and get off the bus at mom. And we'd throw our books on the couch there, and we'd go to the store that my dad owned every day. And before long, we'd come home from school, and my brother had went hunting. So I threw my books on the couch, and I proceeded to go to the store. And on my way down there, a man from the community, he said, "Come behind here, why don't you come up and help me do something?" And this guy, he molested me, and I'd never admitted that before, but it happened. And, and that's right there, my self-esteem, it plummeted. I had nothing left. It totally destroyed me. And a little on later in life, I started smoking marijuana, and drinking, and doing whatever I could to hide the pain. And nobody ever, asked me but the signs should have been there. It had been done to me that way. And it was so embarrassing to me that it destroyed my life. I'd go to school, I didn't want to learn anymore. I did not want anybody around me. I was embarrassed because, I felt like I should have had control, but I had no control over it. I was just a kid. I was threatened with violence. It was a way, to keep me from telling. But I wished I would have told somebody. But I didn't tell anybody. And if anybody here, somebody's messing the wrong way, tell somebody. Well, even if you're grown. Well, anyway, I got started in drug life. It started with marijuana. And then, later on it moved to crystal meth. And I met a girl in school, and we stayed together up till I was about 21 years old. We had a child, and she ran off with my best friends. I used meth and mushrooms and all kinds of drugs so much I wasn't ever there. I wasn't working in a pie factory, I got so lazy and so down on myself. I let the things in my past totally destroy what I had as a future. One time I was smart, and when that happened to me, I quit wanting to learn. I quit wanting anybody around me, anybody to talk to me, just because I felt like everybody was about that, to do that, and I've forgiven that. I was, for 30 years I wrote in as an addict. I could sit here and talk about my past, drug life and all that, but that's not what I want to do. I want to talk about what Jesus has done for me afterwards. I come and I was destroyed. He took everybody out of my life, every drug friend I had, everybody that caused me pain or trouble. He took them out of my life. And I felt like he said, "You're one of mine, so I'm going to pull you out of there. You got a purpose and calling on your life." So he took everything out. I've even had my kids took away. I got 3 of them coming back in my life, thanks to the Lord. And I still got 2 out there, and I'd give anything if I could go back. Because my one daughter I had when I was 21, she's 26 now. I totally abandoned, just because she'd run off with my best friend, and I let that just totally pull me away from my daughter, And now she's not in my life for the last year, and she's got my youngest daughter. I have another one. By the way, I have 3 different baby mamas and 5 kids. And the youngest kid that I had, that I took care of from birth, I finally tried to do right. And, police come and took her away because we'd been using meth in the house with her, and she failed a hair follicle test. But that's not me anymore, but I can admit that today that I did that. I was part of that. I thank God that nothing happened to my daughter. And maybe one day it can be restored.
Yes.
But, I was the worst person in the world. I hated every woman I was with. I hated them to the point they couldn't be with me, I deserved everything I got. I lost everybody I ever loved. My mom and dad died. Darryl knows me. I grew up in the same school Darryl did.
Yeah.
In Indiana high school, if you didn't do drugs or something where we went, you wouldn't go. You was just, you weren't supposed to be smart. Anyway, I just thank God He let me come here today and do a little testimony. And today I'm free. I'm forgiven. I'm no longer a drug addict. He has no hold on me. God lifted me up out of that. He's giving me my family back. You know, everything ain't restored on the same day it happens. You know, and I'm not much of a speaker, but I'm just saying, I know what God's done for me. He's called me to speak to people about it. And I know if He can pull me out of that life, if He can take the taste of dope out of my mouth, He can you too. Anybody. If there's something coming against me, my advice is to get along with Jesus and ask Him to help me with it. That's what I did, and He's helped me with it. I don't really have much else to say.
So if you had one thing to tell all these guys who are just starting down the path that you've been down so many times, what would you tell them, Neal?
I would say get along with God, get along with Him, read His Word, seek His face. Because I'd have never got out of point for Him. I was trapped, dead in my sin. I had no hope, not any hope. My hope was just, I didn't know anything different than drugs. And I thank the Lord that He took everybody that I did drugs with, everybody, family, blood, every kid I had and everything that I was destroying their lives. And He took them all. I found myself sitting there in the middle of the summer with a fan in my underwear squirting water, stealing somebody else's power to stay cool. That's how far down I got. Everything I did, everything I had, I put it to having a drug in my life. I mean, I worship drugs. But today I worship Jesus and I'm not going back. Another thing, if you got family, start loving them. Because if not, there'll be a day you'll be like me and you'll be longing for your family back in your life. Maybe there's, you know, I don't even know if I'll ever have them. I'm broken. I love them. It's hard for me. My 26-year-old, she's not having anything to do with me because I was a drug addict, and she don't mess with drugs. I lost my 5-year-old that I raised at 5 years old when the cops pried her out of my hand, and it broke me to where I had nothing left.
If there's one thing that I can tell you, being on the other side with my dad, and he's gone now, keep pushing.
Yes.
He didn't push. Keep pushing. Get that relationship. Because I wish I had it now. He's been gone 9 years. Keep pushing.
Yeah, you know, I went through this program. And, you know, I've been through the program before. The New Life program was a great place. And I graduated, and I was clean for 5 years, and I was serving the Lord. But I didn't have any wisdom. I only had head knowledge. Just don't have wisdom. And I know to do what the Bible tells me to do, not walk in ignorance. I walked in ignorance, even though I knew all those things about the Lord. And speaking for Him on drugs, it wasn't right inside. And you know, I think God would show mercy on me. And it was a miracle that I come out alive. I come into a life house, I weighed 131 pounds, about dead. Now I'm 175 pounds, got a job, car, license, insurance. I ain't had a license since I was 21.
Come on.
God made it possible. I know it don't sound like much. You know, today I have to say I love myself. I love you.
Yes, Lord.
I am not ashamed of myself. You know, I feel unforgiveness against the person who done that to me. But it was done for a purpose, for a time such as this right here. So I can get up and tell my story before everybody, you know, and maybe somebody gets something out of it. Just seek Jesus' face. There's nothing else better. I'm just telling you, if He can do it for me, He can do it for anybody.
Yes.
I was a loser, man. I'm telling you, a loser. I'd spend my kids' stuff on drugs, terrible parent, terrible husband, or got married one time. The rest of the time it was all just fornication. I wasn't trying to get married. I was just trying for pleasure, man. It was nothing. And I would hate them to the point they had to leave. I've even had them run over me in a car. I've had them to wreck me in a car. I've had them shoot at me, you know, but I probably deserved it. Good thing they couldn't shoot a gun. But yeah, I'm still working on me. You know, I'm not anybody, but if I hope these words I say today can help somebody, just seek Jesus. That's the only hope you got. I don't care who you are. Without Him, you're nothing. You'll never be nothing. You'll never have nothing. Nobody ever wants you around. Because at the end of my addiction, nobody wanted me around. Nobody wanted me at their house. Nobody wanted me on the phone. They didn't want me in any way. God wanted me at His house. God called me to His house.
Yes.
And God has protected me, and He's fed me, and He's given me good things.